Campers, out of the water. It looks like somebody had an accident and there's a big log floating in the water. A big old turd. Oscar, was that you? Henry, Zach, those mushrooms are not for eating. Put them down. Alex, this is summer camp, not summer school. Everybody gather around the fire. Get dried up and let's get ready for Camp Oddwood.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. You're here to listen to the smooth voices of Alexander Hall, Zachary Adam Grandel, and me, Mr. Henry T. Welcome back to another episode of Camp Oddwood.
The T-Man.
Henry T. How come we don't get abbreviated? You gave his whole social security number.
Well, I don't appreciate having my identity stolen.
Or does he?
I think he doesn't. That's what he said, right? That's
just
what she said.
Literally said I did.
If you could be faced off, like identities, like real identity theft, you know, like
His face was taken.
like John Travolta, Nicolas Cage style, who would you pick to face off with?
To steal my face?
To steal him?
And to steal the other person's face. A mutual face off.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
How do you
Bob
answer
from
that?
marketing.
Bob from marketing?
Yeah.
What?
He seems like he has a good life.
Okay. Why?
Would we do that?
Jeff Bezos.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
I'm going to stash at least $1 billion somewhere where if we were to have to switch back, I can go and find it.
Yeah. You could probably stash $1 billion as a face-off Jeff Bezos. What are you doing, Sadie? You are a nuisance.
She wants to have a mutual face-off.
I would have a face off with Sadie the cat, so I could star in the Broadway hit musical Cats.
And then you can dab.
But then you would look like all the actors in that movie that it was just not good.
So James Corden. That's what
Oh,
I'm
James
saying.
Corden was in it? That's right. I was thinking of Idris Elba. You would look like Idris Elba. No, you would look... Was Henry Golding in it?
I don't think so. I think I would look more like, what's his face? Pantharo from Thundercats?
No.
No?
You wouldn't. Why the fuck would you get to...
I would look more like a weird beast.
Idris Elba was in it, and he looked like shit. Why does Henry T get to
Like Panthro?
get to look like any of the cool options?
It would
absolutely not.
It wouldn't. It would be more like
You're
the
low
90s
on the roster.
The 90s Beauty and the Beast.
It's a
live
face
action.
swap, not a body swap.
It's just face and a little cat face.
Yeah, no, but why do you get to
Stretched
be?
over
You wouldn't
mine.
be the coolest cat-based person on the roster. Because
I thought Tigra was. Tigra
Well, they're
was
all
everyone's
like
favorite character.
extremely
Well, no, I'm just
physically
saying-
buff.
Okay, yeah,
The Thundercats.
the Thundercats. Well, also the other thing. Wait, how did they do it in the 3D Cats movie? Did they have them hairy on the chest all the way, or
had
did they
suits
do
on.
the bare chest thing? Like
Like in the Broadway musical.
no, like in
Thundercats?
Thundercats.
No, I think they're just furry all over. And like I think they did it with like motion capture suits.
So then, if you looked, well, you Panthro, then you look a little bit bald.
Yeah, then I would just have weird cat
Panthro
face.
is definitely coated black, right?
I think that was like the I don't know. I think maybe that was like their way of doing that. Because he was also the Panther.
So bad.
Yeah,
Black Panther.
yeah. Cause I mean, I always felt like he was a black dude.
Yeah, I always felt like he was he was the veteran of the
Yeah.
crowd. He was the one that was like kind of supposed to be somewhat leading or just kind of steering Lion-O in the right path to leading.
So he was the one with all the experience, but Lion-O was the one with all the destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
He's the only one that could
Because-
be sort of
Yeah.
Thundera.
Because the Sword of Hungary is not going to choose a black man, right? Because that show was made in the 70s.
Well, they're
80s.
not men.
80s. Well, also,
Cats.
In my opinion, the nunchucks are cooler.
So
But yeah, white people
Black
drew
cat.
them. Oh no, probably Asian people drew them. But white people wrote and asked the Asians to draw them.
Let's just all agree that whoever created it was definitely high on cocaine and had it
That's most
owned
shows.
cats.
Oh,
Owned
yeah.
a lot of cats. And it's like, hey, you know what'd be funny?
And really like thunder.
loved thunder
And really liked Masters of the Universe.
and lightning.
Oh shit, which one came out first?
Well,
New
what-
segment.
Oh yeah, new segment. Help. And it's
Killer tofu. Killer tofu.
You guys, you don't remember the beats from Doug? Oh, you don't like Doug. Which fucked up because you look like Doug.
Fuck that Doug.
Zach looks like Doug.
I don't look like Doug.
Yeah.
Look at my nose.
It's not quite as big.
I mean, do you know anybody
my
with
eyes.
that with a Doug like a dog nose?
Yes.
Doug. That
'Cause
he was a
it-
nerd.
Not I don't know them personally. But I've seen them. I would say his nose is about as big as the dude from Ratatouille, and I've seen dudes that look just like the guy from Ratatouille. Like straight up, their nose is like that, kind of like big, and they don't have like a chin.
Oh.
But they still get played because they're kind of lanky gingers,
Yeah, how come
and they have a
there's-
rat controlling them and teaching them how to cook.
Yeah, look at that Doug and his stupid ass dog.
How come I can't get play off of we need a Disney cartoon with somebody that looks like Pacquiao or something.
Pacquiao, like
As a love
boxer?
interest?
Oh, no. I mean, we have Shang-Chi now, so maybe I mean, it's too late for me, but hey, for you other guys.
Shang-Chi.
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 All right. So, Scape. We are going to share our dreams.
Sweet.
So, we're going to go one dream each. So, don't overplay your hand.
I'm not gonna overplay it. I just mentioned that my dream was that I thought was really cool. I'm not.
Oh,
gonna
it's so cool. You go first.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's so cool. I want to be overwhelmed.
I had it was a nap dream, so it kind of felt like one of those dreams where you knew you were in a dream, but you didn't want to know because then it would end, and so I'd block that out. But it was a Pokemon theme park. But the cool thing was it was still realistic, but they had this technology because it was in a giant dome where if you did a double jump, you would end up flying around, so you can fly around the theme park. And they had a Pokemon stadium where you can battle other people with your virtual Pokemon. And then they had all these puzzles around the theme park and clues to where if you figured it out, you would get a big plushy Pokemon of your choosing.
That's pretty dope.
And I remember this kid, I got a Gengar, and this kid was like, "You're gonna have to put that back." I was like, I was a grown man in this dream, by the way. I was like, "No, I'm not," and I just fly off. It was a really cool dream.
That sounds cool.
You can also when you were flying around, because the dome was a glass, you can see outside of the park and how normal people were just walking around and stuff. It was kind of like a Disneyland where they had another area outside of the actual theme park where you can still have fun and not pay $1 million. Yeah.
There's actually something fairly close to that in real life. It's not Pokemon themed, but they have a Dragon Quest theme park in Japan.
What?
And you heavily have to use your phone to do stuff because it's a augmented reality. And you have to you'll go to certain parts of the park, you'll scan something, and then a slime will appear, and you have to battle slime.
Oh, that's
you kind of create your own character, or they give you this watch device thing, and
Yeah.
but yours actually sounds other than the flying part, if they just put AR glasses on people, they could digitally put things into a physical plane if you're wearing those glasses. So that's actually not too far off, I feel.
Yeah. it was
So
a
what
really
I-
cool dream.
What I think it means is that
Oh, we're going to meetings. Okay.
you don't want to part with your childhood self and you want to bring it into your adulthood, but the children are trying to stop you but they can't because you're a man.
Yeah, I'll go with it.
They're just trying to steal your Gengar.
They're trying to steal my Gengar, trying to steal my Pokemon.
They're trying to steal your hope,
trying to...
It's like, you little motherfucker.
your child, like wonder.
You're trying to take everything I worked for, bitch.
You know,
Yeah, I figured out the puzzle, bitch.
That kid was society trying to take away childhood from you, and you said no. I'm keeping it with me, and I'm gonna do adult shit, bitch. Like this, he said.
If I had a psychiatrist or a therapist tell me that, I'd be like, "You're fine. We're done. I'm leaving."
Just the bitch part or the whole thing?
The whole thing.
No, because you don't understand dreams.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what it all amounts to. And so the Pokemon part of it was because you like Pokemon, and then the Gengar part of it was because that's a Pokemon that you've collected in your Pokemon games, right? And that you know that Pokemon. So
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Gotta
there you
catch
go.
them all.
Yes.
Sure.
Do you have an assessment of his dream?
Zach wants to fly.
I like his more than yours.
But of
I
course
do
you would,
wanna
because
fly.
you don't want to know the truth. You don't want to hear the hard,
Which
hitting
means-
truth.
That is the hard
Which
thing.
means...
I do want to.
So why do you want to kill yourself?
By flying? Or just,
No, I'm just kidding. Oh, no.
it's because of everything Alex just said.
Yeah.
That's why I want to
Oh,
kill
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Zach wants to go to a theme park soon. And he wants to travel again soon.
I do want to travel. Yeah.
I think this dream is just going, oh, Zach wants to go back to Japan. And we all do, Zach. And just your dreams are
Possibly.
telling you.
Zach
I mean,
wants to
there's
go somewhere else first. He said he wanted to go to Europe.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I
You said it in your dream. I was the Gengar kid. And after you told me to shut up about the Gengar, you're like, I want to go to Europe.
And then he flew away to Europe.
And then, yeah, you flew to Europe. And that was the part of the dream that you don't remember because it wasn't REM. Because you know when parts get lost in the nap?
It's because you're in REM. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
all
that
right.
makes
How about
sense.
you, Henry?
Pass.
How about you,
Gas.
Alex?
Pass. I'll go after you because I'm just having trouble thinking of any like actual cool and or funny dreams.
What was a recent dream?
I can't think of a recent dream that I've had that's been like, I know I have dreams, but I just don't really remember them because nothing really substantial happens in them. And like, I feel like the last dreams that I had that are memorable are just sad. So,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, so here's a dream that I had recently. So I go outside and then Zach rolls up in a Hummer. And
In a
then
Hummer?
yeah, in a Hummer, and I'm like, dude, why are you? I'm telling him not, or asking him why he's driving a Hummer. Because of the environment, and then he's just like, fuck the environment, and I was like, why?
Jeez, this doesn't.
Why are you shitting on the environment? And he's just like, cause like, what has the environment ever done for me? And I'm like,
Is this a real dream?
yeah.
Why am I such a dick?
I was like, what do you mean?
did he have Oakley's on?
Yeah. Did I have a trucker hat too?
I was like, what do you mean? And then he's like, well, go, just leave me alone and just ride away in your fucking Tesla scooter. And I had a Tesla scooter. And it's not a real thing.
Wait, so I drove up to your house,
Yeah.
in a Hummer, and then I tell you to go
Disrespected me and the
away.
environment, and then told me to leave on my electric Tesla scooter.
What?
You're like,
But it was
fine,
like
I will.
it's like a Vespa
Oh, okay.
type of scooter, but
But
it,
it
had
was
the
Tesla.
the Tesla T on it.
Oh, that'd be interesting to see.
Dude. I'm just waiting for more like electric motorcycle technology to come out because pretty much they can make the Akira motorcycle at this point.
Oh yeah. Well, I
That'd be
thought
fucking
Japan
dope.
made a version of it.
Well, yeah, they already have like versions of it like made, and I've seen some just motorcycle enthusiasts that like build motorcycles make that thing too.
You know,
Wait, is that the end of your dream?
no. So
oh, yeah, sorry.
Henry, So then Henry rolls up in his real regular car.
My Subaru.
Yeah, in a Subaru. And then Henry's like, yeah, dude, you should have just got a Subaru. I get like 20 miles to the gallon. And then Zach's like, that's not that good. I get 5.
Yeah.
That's only like 4 times better. And I was like, what? That's like, okay. And then you roll over his car and then he jumps out of it.
Really? With a Hummer?
Like a can of sardines.
Yeah, well, no, Zach was like, well, can your car do this? And then he backs up because you pulled up behind him. So then he backs up in your car. You're like, hey, and then you jump out. You're like, Zach, what the fuck? And then you call Alejandro and you're like, Zach's being a dick. Can you pick me up?
He's being a dick.
That's how big his Hummer is.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then all of a sudden, I don't remember what happens, but then we just went and we're eating ice cream.
And I'm there, happy.
Yeah, we're all
guys-
happily eating ice cream at 31 flavors.
At least it has a happy ending.
Yeah.
I was expecting you to be like, what are you talking about, you idiot? That's the electric Hummer. And then Zach looks back and is like, ah, shit. And just like peels out and drives away.
That's an interesting.
Oh, actually,
dream.
no, I forgot. So actually, the biggest element that what made it memorable was that Alexandra's dad came up out of nowhere. Was just at the corner of the street and called me a pussy for driving the Tesla scooter.
Pussy. I just came here to say that.
And then we went and had ice cream.
That is.
He wasn't that for. He didn't have ice cream with
That
us.
is the weirdest dream.
Yeah.
I think you hate.
Oh, shit.
I think to interpret your dream, you hate me and Alexandra's dad.
No, I feel like you hate me and the environment. Is I think what more so.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, you're having a dream where I'm a dick. Is that?
Yeah.
That's maybe just your brain being like, that's how you view Zach.
I view him as a Hummer driving asshole.
Unenvironmentalist.
Okay, I think I remember a cool dream where I wasn't cool in it though. Fuck. It was I don't know. It was like a really cool dream because I was like, oh shit, I'm in Dragon Ball Z, and I'm there with like all the Z Squad or whatever. But it's during the Android saga, so like we're all like Capsule Corps and shit, and then like oh shit's going down, and I remember everyone's like flying around and like flying away and shit, and I have to try and keep up. But for some reason I couldn't fly in the dream. I could only like do like I could almost fly. I could just do like really large jumps like Hulk. But I was just trying to keep up, so I just kept running and jumping really hard and far. And I was like, oh fuck. Okay, shit. Where'd everyone go? Where the fuck? And I jumped up and I landed in a spot and I looked over, and it was the scene where the android grabs like Yamcha by the face and sticks his arm through his chest. And that's the thing I see, and I'm just like, oh shit. And I'm worse than Krillin. And I remember just being like, oh no.
Oh my god.
And like shooting a blast, and then like the rest of the Z team got there, and like the rest of the story kind of started playing out, and then I wasn't in the dream anymore. I was just watching like kind of what happened in the show, but just from like a different perspective.
I feel like I could dissect this with a very deep, but then giving it a deep meaning where you'll probably be like, no, just like the show.
Oh, where like if any shit like Dragon Ball Z actually happened in real life, I would be a big pussy about it. Yeah.
No.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, why would that be a deep interpretation then?
That's pretty on the surface interpretation.
So my interpretation would be that you're afraid of not being able to keep up, and then by not keeping up,
I witnessed horrible.
You end up not being able to help the people that you care about from either getting destroyed or destroying themselves.
Oh, I thought he said that you got there, and then you saw the Yamcha thing, and then the rest of the Z Fighters got there. So that means you beat them there.
Yeah.
Oh. But
So
then
that
you couldn't
kinda-
keep up with it. Why? Okay, so then
Oh, no, like,
your
'cause the Z
shitty
Fighters-
ability is better.
Well, no, the Z Fighters split up anyway in that like that part of the story, because that's the one where it's the Dr. Giro android with like the old man with the long hair, and he starts like sapping Yamcha's strength because that was his power as that android. Remember they had the palm ring things, and like at a point in time, I wasn't sure if I was Krillin, but then I saw Krillin, and I was like, wait, then I'm myself. And I remember that like Kid Gohan was like trying to teach me how to fly at a point in time, but then when everyone split off, he had to split off too. And I remember shooting a beam, but like it didn't do anything. Then that's when the dream started turning into where I was more of an observer than part of the team because it didn't do anything.
So then you become a bystander if you can't perform. So it's performance anxiety.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with that.
That's the one.
Okay, I'm gonna dissect yours now.
Okay.
Alex hates Zach. And he thinks his soon-to-be father-in-law thinks he's a pussy.
Well, dissection.
That's very on the surface, too. No, that,
Or you could.
you think Zach hates my Subaru and wants to destroy it with his
I think he
Hummer.
wants it, but then he doesn't want to get the same one, so then he wants to beat it. So then he destroys it with his bigger, stronger vehicle.
Get the Subaru.
That's insanely huge for some reason.
Get the Subaru Ascent. No, I'm serious.
The big one?
Yeah, those are really
That's like
nice.
a pilot.
Yeah, they have the 3-row seating, and you can fold down the back seats.
What the hell is he going to need that for?
Yeah, that sounds big.
Wait until you get kids. Unless, like, what?
Future family car.
Yeah.
I know. I
He's a
kind of
soccer dad. You'd be a soccer dad.
Hell yeah.
But then not take his kids to soccer practice?
I would take my kids to soccer practice.
No, because
I'll
they're not
just
going to
be
have
drinking
soccer
beer.
practice because you're not going to let them do soccer.
I would let them do soccer if they wanted to.
You want to know how I know?
Why? How do you know?
Because you don't particularly... call it soccer. It's football.
football.
If they want to play soccer, football, baseball, basketball, tennis.
What sport
volleyball.
would you actually actively try to get them in to? Nothing, right?
A sport? Yeah, probably. I wouldn't like actively try to do it, but I would probably play catch with my kids and see if they like either baseball or football or soccer. You know, the basics at a high school or middle school.
Basics.
Yeah.
I would try to get my kid into, like, I guess, obscure sports for America. So, kabaddi. Get my kids into pro kabaddi.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to be really famous in the next 20 years, so...
Yeah, it could be kabaddi.
Moving on to another new segment alert. Oh,
New segment.
Oh, O'Reilly segment starts. Boom. New segment. TikTok reactions. Kind of. We're just gonna be reacting to some bullshit. Or doing some commentary on some bullshit. Yeah.
Okay.
So there are these. There's this TikTok podcast that also is on YouTube called Jumpers Jump that has been coming into my TikTok feed like crazy, and I don't know if you guys have seen any of their TikToks.
I've seen a few of them.
But they focus on random theories, conspiracy theories, and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I kind of wanted to see. I compiled a bunch of ones that I thought were the most interesting to look at and see if you agree with the theories, what you think about the dudes themselves, and just the formatting, all of it. So, let's get into it.
Which one
We're jumping into this.
do you think?
You can start with, or just go with, or whatever.
I'll just go with the top one
Yeah.
and work my way down.
We'll work it up, work it down.
SpongeBob no, okay, now you're about to ruin SpongeBob for me. Okay, so
Do I have to watch
the
it?
SpongeBob theory is, you know that the shot of the beginning of the SpongeBob intro of the island,
Yeah.
like the palm tree and like
And-
island
and
and
the
water.
rock, the
yeah,
rock,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That shot is a shot of a U.S. like military nuclear field that they used to test atomic bombs on.
What?
Yeah. So the theory is all of those sea creatures in the water
Yeah, yeah.
were just radiated from the nukes, and then that's why they're alive.
What? No, man.
But if you
were
really think
already
about it, it's kind
alive,
of, if you look at SpongeBob, like all of the fish are talking and shit, like shit
Yeah.
happens and that's really weird.
Yeah.
It's because they're all like they're
Radioactive.
mutated.
Oh my gosh.
And then even the buildings too, the buildings are like messed up,
Yeah.
freaking like metal and stuff like that. Yeah, you never heard that theory?
No, I haven't.
What do you think about that theory?
I think it's kind of low on the totem pole, in my opinion.
You don't think that's possible?
I said it's low on the totem pole. I didn't say it's not a good theory. I mean, the way he described it, where he was like, well, "That's why they're alive." It's like they were already alive.
Well, yeah,
to begin
I think
with,
that was
but-
just like a slip
yeah, but
of speech.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like a interesting little theory, but I mean, it wasn't that interesting for me.
well, I mean, that island could be any type of
That was
island. It could have been like somewhere in the Indian Ocean, or even further out to like where Cambodia is, or like
Oh, so an island.
Australia.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
an island could be anywhere, but why does it have like?
I mean, I think they're just suggesting that it resembles the specific island that was,
Used for those nuke tests.
yeah. I mean,
Because they didn't really use islands though. They usually just used boats or just dropped them from the air in like the atolls or wherever they.
we use some
Well,
small islands.
that was when they were testing hydrogen bombs. When they didn't do it on the islands, when they were still testing nukes, they did test it on a few islands.
Okay.
But like, I know what you're talking about. After they eviscerated all these islands, like, maybe we shouldn't do it on actual like land masses and test it on the ocean and other places and stuff. And there's also, depending on the country, where people test nukes, it's like we also tested them a lot on our own soil.
Yeah.
Before
we do
we
it
started
underground a
doing it.
lot.
Underground,
SARS
Yeah.
Bomba, the Russian biggest nuke that was ever tested. They did it up north.
damn.
So
Yeah.
they need to make a second SpongeBob, except it's all ice marine
Oh.
creatures.
yeah. But
I felt like the other guy that was reacting to it kind of helps sell it, because he's like, "Oh man, oh really?" He's like super stoked about it, but like
I don't
it
think
didn't ruin SpongeBob for me. Though.
No, it's not. I don't think
He's
it's
like,
gonna ruin
he
it.
He thought it was gonna ruin it for him because he thought it was gonna be like a darker story.
But I feel like, I don't know if it's true, but I think that it. I feel like it would be something that maybe the creators would just be like, "Oh yeah,"
Pretty upfront about, or just say yes.
just say yes, because it adds an element, and there aren't really, or it could even be true. I mean, because it's kind of like
They need to
they didn't go
explain.
deep into it the way that the creators didn't go deep into it the way that Adventure Time did, and then that was on purpose, like the whole nuclear dystopian thing, right? And then being rebuilt by these the aftermath of everything.
Yeah, the creatures that came from.
So, I think that it could be, and then I wonder, that would be kind of funny if the creators of Adventure Time were always like, "Oh, that's how SpongeBob came about."
They helped.
Is
helped
there
the theory,
a
rumor.
like? Is there a conspiracy theory with SpongeBob where it's just a man's hallucinations because he's stuck on said island?
No, that's possible too. I mean, anything could be possible if you dream.
That's true. I'm still trying to figure out like how the fuck Sandy was just like, I'm just gonna live under the ocean. I'm a squirrel
She's
From Texas.
from
from
Texas.
Texas. Yeah. All right. What's the next one? Let's hit the next one.
Yo, I have another theory. You know Monster Energy?
Yeah.
So on the Monster Energy can, right? The symbol of the M
It's a claw. It's supposed to be a claw.
is supposed to be a claw. Kinda. Every like line in the M, it doesn't attach. Have you noticed that? It doesn't
Yeah,
attach.
it doesn't attach.
It doesn't all attach.
Yeah.
So that symbol that like it looks kind of like the number 1, it goes down.
Yeah.
That's actually a Hebrew symbol that
shit.
translates to the number 6.
Okay.
So
it's 6.
666.
Six. Now, Monster Energy, the O has a cross in it.
Yeah.
The O has a cross. Why would Monster have a cross in the drink?
I didn't even notice that.
Monster Energy, why would that have a cross? What does it have to do with like? What does it have to do with like?
Yeah.
Nothing. So the point of putting the cross there in the O, when you drink it bottoms up, the cross goes upside down.
What?
Yeah,
Whoa. Thank God I've never drank Monster in my life.
crazy, bro.
That one I think is bullshit.
It's not that crazy. It's a drink called Monster. If there's any like extra like Mark of the Beast type influence or whatever,
yeah.
of course they're gonna intentionally do that.
But I don't think that part I think maybe
that and
but
the upside down cross thing is
the upside down
stupid.
cross thing I don't believe because I think that that's just supposed to be an eye. I thought the O was just supposed to be kind of an eye.
like an eyeball.
Yeah.
And he said
know.
none of them touch, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at this one. One of them is touching the other one.
Oh,
At
the
the
top
top.
part.
What?
I think they're talking about like the outlined versions. That one's kind of glowing. But I mean, regardless, it's like it's an energy drink. Like,
No,
I wouldn't feed too much.
it's touching in the same place.
Oh yeah,
So it can't be 666 if they're touching. If that's, he said it was
what was
Hebrews.
Or how did it look on the thing that they gave? Because when it
They were showing
They
pictures
gave,
of cans
like-
and stuff.
they showed a couple pictures of cans, and then inside the UFC octagon is like the big monster logo, and right there it had like a little black outline between each line for monster, each claw mark.
So to make the distinction that there were 3 separate
yeah,
symbols.
and also like the upside down cross is something that like kind of got misconstrued along.
Well, all
Like
of it is
mainstream
a
media.
general misconception, but
Because upside down crosses is how they crucified people after they crucified Christ.
Yeah.
So that just
there
kind of
isn't
became the
actually
norm.
any antichrist sentiment.
Yeah, I think that's actually,
But then the whole
I forget which saint, but it's supposed to. There was a saint that was crucified upside down, and that was, I think it might have even been Saint Peter.
But then there's, I mean, the whole thing is kind of a misconception, but you'd have to be going by what the creators of the branding assume, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like super wide knowledge, but the idea that, you know, that either the Antichrist, well, one, that the Antichrist is not a thing, is not actually a thing in the Bible. Right, and then
Yeah, it's the cross of Saint Peter.
yeah, and then the beast isn't the Antichrist or Satan. The beast is a separate entity. So the mark of the beast isn't necessarily related to anything demonic. I forget what it's supposed to be, but the beast is biblically separate from any. Well, that and then hell and all that's not in the Bible either. So, you know,
Take it with a grain of salt.
yeah.
Should we move on to the next one?
Yes.
Yes, please.
You know Caillou?
Yeah.
You ever wonder why like Caillou's bald?
Oh, is it because
It's
of like, the
cancer.
cancer theory?
Yeah. Do you think Caillou have cancer? Is that why he's bald like that?
Yo, I heard a thing about like Caillou is actually dead, and like
What? Caillou's dead.
yeah, like he's actually dead. And after they said like he died of cancer, and like the show was just his memories.
Oh shit.
So yeah, yo, when you watch Caillou, the
Yeah.
frame is like white, like it's like white around.
Yo.
So they're basically like,
Yeah, you're right, cause it shows like the picture.
Yeah.
And then all around it, it's kind of like a
white.
dream.
yeah, it's kind of like a dream or like a heaven kind of, and like he's just remembering all of his past life.
Damn. Oh shit! And everything in Caillou is a storybook.
Yeah, exactly.
Cause it's the grandma. It's telling a story.
Yeah, it's like a narration kind of. Like,
Yo, what if it's just a story of a kid that died of cancer?
and like the grandma's just telling her like her grandson's story.
Damn, that's crazy.
Nah,
that's a new
fucked,
theory.
man.
I think we just made that up.
So,
We made up this.
That church organ music.
I think it's from Travis Scott's Butterfly Effect, I think.
Oh, that the
Yeah.
they took that
That
organ
sound
clip
bite,
from.
yeah. But are they from a certain part of... I don't know. I think they're from Canada. But I don't know if there's a certain part of Canada that they're from that has a specific accent. Because I don't know if it's just these kids, because all of him and his friends, except for maybe some of the girls, sound like this. So I wonder if, you know how we have the SoCal accent kind of or whatever, right? Especially me. I wonder if they're like like South Ontario or some shit, or like SoQueb,
North Vancouver.
Norqueb, North Quebec, or I don't know, or Novak,
If they were
North Vancouver.
If they were from Quebec, they would sound like these.
But there's no like non-French parts of Quebec.
Wait, where are they based from?
Huh?
Can't you just look that up?
They're from I don't.
Oh, they are from Canada.
They're from Canada. I mean,
Oh.
I'm judging that they're from Canada because on their TikTok account page, it has the Canadian flag and the Filipino flag because this kid's Filipino as fuck,
Gotcha.
right? But the way that the way that they talk, it's just so specific because it's just like, oh shit, bro, like oh my god. I don't know. Like, oh, did you ever hear about the one where like the guys go, oh yeah, oh no, bro. It's just very round and like,
Yeah.
like very, no way, man. Oh, I don't even get it. Like, it sounds like this kid that I went to school with
They
from
sound
Guam.
stupid.
Jeez.
Damn.
So they do. He's like, oh, they're all like radiated animals and shit. Like they sound like super like stoked about it too, but like
That's
they're not
rude.
very eloquent with their word choices when they're
Yeah, but
talking
then
about
that's the same way that people probably make fun of us.
which they do, and
Where
they have
they're
every
like,
right to.
"Oh,
And I don't care.
You guys sound like SoCal dum-dums where you're like, oh yeah, well like women's body, women's choice.
That's because we.
Right?
Jeez. Yeah.
Fly caught in the throat. But yeah, it's just for the most part, when people get stoked about something, they don't sound very intelligent. You could be the smartest
That's
person.
mean.
Well, no. I'm saying anyone. You could be one of the smartest people. Like, I mean, Windows 95 launch party. Those are like some of the smartest people in the world at the time, but they're all like, like people make fun of them. They're like, man, that party looks lit as fuck, and they're just kind of making fun of like nerdy guys being really stoked about it. And it's like, if you're enthused about anything, you're
Wait,
gonna look dumb,
I
and
don't
people
know.
are gonna make fun of you for
Jordan
it.
Peterson still seems pretty smart when he's excited. Like when he was with Theo Vaughn, they were talking about stuff. He's like, oh no, that's so
No.
that's so funny. But if you really think about it, it's kind of like, I don't know why I'm getting Irish with it, but
I was like, no, you can make fun of Jordan Peterson.
That's- yeah, I guess so,
It doesn't
huh?
sound as smart.
But
right
that's
there.
fucked. That's fucked up. It's like, oh, when you're happy and you're excited about something, you sound like a dum dum. I don't feel like it's dumb.
Well, no, you just look like dopey for a sec. Well, just being happy in general.
See, that's why it's people like you that make it difficult for black athletes to smile.
What?
Because that's why they're always in like high school trying to act too cool for school. Like, hey, what's going on, Darrell? Yo, what's up, bro? It's like, oh shit, did you see that new
no.
episode
Okay, no.
of that shit? That shit was crazy. Power's going off. It was lit. they can't be excited about anything because they don't want to look nerdy or dopey, because people like you, when they're like, oh man, Naruto is lit, you're like, you fucking nerd. And then oh, it was lit. It's you. It's you.
People could do that to me too, and like I said, I don't care. You shouldn't care if you're happy and you're enjoying something.
but
I'm not saying
they're trying to look cool. You're not trying to look cool. You just shame people into feeling worse about themselves so you don't look as uncool as you are for being happy all the time. See, that's you. Wow.
I just don't care
It just
what other
dissecting.
people think about.
No.
And if you're happy, you really shouldn't.
No, this is you. You're like, oh, because you're like, oh, I'm so happy. And people are going to think I'm goofy. Look at you, you fucking weird loser nerd.
What?
See,
What?
He can't handle the truth. This fool's like Jack Nicholson in that movie. No, Tom Cruise.
It's like you're getting them mixed up. Town and country, man. Come on.
Okay, you can play.
But
the
no,
next one.
I try not to ruin people's happiness.
You
But I'm just
remind a
saying
lot,
across the board, though, if you're overly hyped for something,
But that's when you
Then
ruin my
yeah.
happiness, because I'm like, oh man, and you're like, oh man, and I'm like,
I didn't do that though.
you do it to me all the time. My life hurts.
Your life.
You guys do that to me way more often than I do that to you guys.
How's I think it no.
I don't think I do
I
it
think
at
what's
all.
different. Well, you don't think you do anything. You're like, I don't smoke. No, like
Jeez, I'm getting attacked over here. I
I'm just
said
attacking
one fucking
everybody,
word.
dude, because that's me. That's
Yeah, that is you.
I'm
You're
just
the rude
coming at
ass
everybody.
motherfucker.
I'm a shotgun of bullshit.
That energy is sellable though. That's if it's an infectious energy, then yeah, it's gonna.
Yeah, David
gross
Dobrik, he
me.
fakes laugh at everything, and then he's just like, "Oh, you skinned your knee,
Well,
fucker."
there is a difference though between someone going "Yeah!" and being super fucking psyched, and then you lost all steam of a presidential election. But there's a difference between that and then like, a group of people clowning and then like all of them hyping and then the one dude going past that famous gif. Oh! Shit. But yeah,
Let's
have
move on
fun,
to
but
the next one.
just know you're open to ridicule.
Yeah,
and
he's
it's a sellable energy.
Yeah, you guys are. Yeah, they're selling it. They've got a million.
Oh, yeah, they're-
views. Yeah, and then Henry can't support his fellow Asian. He's like, "Oh, you sound like a stupid dope."
He's Canadian.
He has to be American.
Yeah.
Oh,
Asian Americans
know about
don't.
the
I'm just kidding.
I didn't know
Actually
that.
don't.
Oh yeah, he's Asian.
Okay,
Canadian.
this might be the first time I don't know the theory. Alright, so the Blue's
That's
Clues
odd.
theory
Yeah.
is Steve is actually a drug addict.
Wait, why?
Because let me break it down. The whole show
Yeah.
is based on his drug hallucinations. So you know how he's talking to inanimate objects
Yeah.
the whole time, like salt, pepper, he's talking to them, right? Mm-hmm. And he's jumping in paintings and going to random worlds.
Oh,
Right?
that's true.
Right? And the kid, you hear the kid's voice in the background, but that kid is a kid that he's neglecting. That kid is telling him not to take drugs, but he's all neglecting all of that. And this is the crazy part. This is the crazy part, because his exit, when he exited the show, people are saying that was when he went to rehab, bro. And I was like, bro, that actually makes sense.
Oh, and he's like, bye guys, this is my last
this
episode.
is my last episode. That was him going to rehab, bro.
Damn, that's crazy.
'Cause if-
This one has recently been debunked because motherfucker went to college, and then maybe he's Caillou because he's bald too.
Yeah, I think.
Whoa, theory, bro. Theory. Steve is Caillou, bro.
Oh shit. I mean, some of these theories though, I feel like are really easy theories that I feel like kind of got splashed up from like old blogs.
Yeah,
But like that one was kind of like an easy one. But I remember when we were young and when that actually happened, that was an actual like rumor that had started about Steve or like the
He's,
actor
like,
that portrayed
on
him.
cocaine or something.
So they're getting like third hand.
But in reality, it was
Theory.
he was aging and his hairline started receding more and more.
Yeah.
So that along lines with his own personal stuff going, you know what? I want to go back to college and I want to pursue a career in music. So it kind of timed out at the same time as when I think Nickelodeon was going to give him the boot. Because if you think about it, they replaced him with a dude with like a bowl cut. And it was supposed to be his brother.
They replaced him with a guy with a lot of hair.
Yeah.
He looked kind of like
Like they
Steve from Stranger Things.
Yeah, it's fucking just slap a wig on him. But yeah, he did. He did that. That was a lot of hair. Fuck.
Or do the last one. There's do
there's a lot
the
of
butterfly effect one.
You know the butterfly effect?
No, what is it?
So the butterfly effect is that
Travis Scott?
nah, not that butterfly effect. But like the butterfly effect is that a butterfly could fly, and then let's say you hit it by accident, you kill it,
Yeah.
and an earthquake would happen in Japan. Or like just because you did something small, let's say I tapped this desk, because I tapped that desk, I'm gonna stub my toe later or some shit.
Okay.
So it's kind of like they say it's this thing where everything's connected and everything has like an outcome, and it may not make sense. It just like it just
Okay.
happens like that.
Yeah. So like you step on an ant, someone like gets in a car accident. or
Something,
some shit
yeah,
like that.
exactly. Like the butterfly effect. Because you did that, maybe it comes back to you.
Oh shit! Like karma? That's just karma, no?
Nah, not even karma, bro. Not
It
even
is
karma.
not karma because it's like indirect.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's crazy. I didn't know about that. Effect.
Yeah.
So whenever I see an insect, I'm gonna just leave it alone because I might cause like some shit in China.
No, but if
Like
you
a
leave it
tsunami
alone,
in
you're gonna
China.
cause something else to happen.
Yeah. So
They don't understand what the butterfly
Yeah.
effect is.
so that one I wanted to show because they got that really wrong. I don't know where the fuck they read about the butterfly effect. You need to watch the Ashton Kutcher movie because you got that shit really wrong. No shade on you guys. I watched the shit out of your videos, but you got the butterfly effect really wrong. And I'm sure it's in your comment section. But the butterfly effect is what happens when you take a butterfly and you crush it into a fine pulp in your palm, and then you sniff it. So it starts to affect your brain in a way that makes you start talking like this. No, so
Jeez.
And your eyes start to flutter. Oh, butterflies.
And then you turn into Steve.
no, you turn into Ethan Klein's mom, and then you start talking about butterflies. No, I'm playing the monarch butterflies. Sorry. So basically, the butterfly effect is the idea that if you were to time travel, and if you were to do even the smallest thing in the past, it would have a ripple effect and
Cause a different outcome.
and cause a different outcome in your time.
Yeah.
So even something as small as killing a butterfly. And the idea is that, let's say you killed the butterfly, that butterfly was meant to pollinate or go to somebody's backyard where a child was going to see that butterfly. That child is going to start drawing butterflies in their preschool class, and then because they're drawing butterflies, another kid got into butterflies, and then they ended up becoming friends, but then that butterfly, because you killed it when you went back into the past, the kid never saw the butterfly. The kid never started drawing them. Didn't make friends with that kid.
Ended up
That
being
kid-
enemies with them.
Yeah, ended up being enemies with the kid. That kid, and because he was never able to bridge that gap and make that friend, he struggled to make friends. Got ridiculed in high school. Ended up shooting up the school or something.
Ended up assassinating JFK.
Yeah. There was a
okay, sure.
movie with Ashton Kutcher about it, and then The Simpsons did a Halloween horror.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not
So-
entirely. with
Yeah, it's not if
the
you
time
step on
travel.
an ant, you're gonna fucking
Cause an accident.
cause a earthquake.
Yeah, it's semi like the cause and effect of an action, and yeah, the ripple effect of it.
Wait,
but
what do
there-
you mean is not time travel?
Well, it's similar.
He time traveled in that movie.
Well, yeah, in the movie, I'm saying, but like you don't need to necessarily time travel to have that butterfly effect. It's kind of just like exactly what you explained,
Oh, yeah.
but you don't need to time travel to see it. It just happens.
looking
It's
it
just
over
the
now.
daily.
Oh yeah. Well, but you wouldn't. Yeah. Well, then that's everything. But then you wouldn't know which thing would make a huge difference.
Exactly in
Unless-
your life.
Yeah.
or
So I
another
mean, yeah, we
person's life.
never know. So all the butterflies that you motherfuckers killed has a direct effect on the monarch butterfly.
And like another misconception that they kind of brought up is like, that's just karma, man. And
Yeah,
another misconception
that's-
of karma is that cause and effect or whatever, or you have to treat your universe well for it to treat you in kind type of thing. That's another misconception of karma, because the actual thing of karma is everything good that you do in this life transitions into your next life.
Yeah.
So the different form of karma is like, just don't be a shitty human being.
So Jeffrey Bezos, you're gonna come back as a intergalactic cockroach.
Let's hope so.
Or like,
I mean, he already is, but
like Donald Trump's anal beads.
That's what Donald Trump is gonna come back as galactic Donald Trump's anal beads.
Jabba the Hutt's that little fucker,
Oh,
his little
that guy.
fucking minion thing.
little imp. But yeah, that was. Yeah, it's like step on a crack and break your mama's back.
That's
Step,
not the-
like childish,
Oh yeah.
like cause and effect.
Well, you'll
like
break your
butterfly
mama's
effect.
back, but in like, I don't know,
Okay.
France or something.
Well, let's do our own one, like
Okay.
like them. Let's see if we can, because you know they have
like-
a lot of success. We need some of that success, so let's do our version of it.
Okay. What's the topic? What's the theme?
Or
We have to, it has to be a theory.
Yeah,
that
what's
you
it-
have
what-
on the
Oh,
yeah.
top.
so a
we need to-
conspiracy theory.
yeah.
Okay. What was the last one I've heard?
We could do a theory on them. Like, oh, this is it. They're actually jumpers jump is actually. Oh, have you heard this theory?
I'll start off with just a regular one. I'm sure you guys already heard this one too. Okay. Oh, have you guys heard about the movie Grease?
Oh, what about Grease, dude? I love
Grease
that
the movie? Grease is the word, right? Okay, but get this. There's a theory that the whole
theory, bro?
movie is Sandy's dream and that she's actually dying.
Oh, explain, dude.
Okay, get this. You know how in the beginning how she explains how she had this great summer with this dude on the beach in Australia?
Oh yeah, John Travolta.
Yeah, John Travolta, right? And then the whole movie is a dream because she actually drowned.
At the beach.
Yeah, at the beach, and John Travolta saved her, and he's like trying to resuscitate her, and all of this is just a death dream that she's having.
Oh man.
And that he didn't actually save her because they fly away in the car. The car flies away into heaven, and that's her dying.
Oh, because how could that really happen?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy, dude.
That's crazy, right?
This is pretty crazy.
And then who the fuck is this guy? Third guy in the room.
Yeah,
Shit.
I was invited.
He was all like, shoot bop bop, shoot bop bop, shoot bop bop, shoot bop
He has
bop.
a background dancer.
He's all like, can she give me a friend? She's dead, bro. No friend for you.
No friend for me.
Damn.
Unfortunately. for
Poor
Zach,
Rizzo.
I will be alone for.
Poor Pinky.
Damn. All right. So
Oh, Sandy. Oh, shit. Maybe these guys are just descendants of John Travolta.
Oh, have you heard this theory, bro?
What, bro?
What?
So there's this theory. There's this theory that have you seen the TikTok podcast Jumpers Jump?
Yes.
Yes.
So there's this theory, right, that they're actually paid by the government, and they're actually creating these theories for disinformation campaign, so that people can't trust stuff, and it's like the gateway drug into QAnon. And then they're basically trying to implicate Travis Scott and Drake in QAnon
Oh, shit.
by using the Sicko Mode song.
No way.
And then they're also trying to tell you, because you know how those organs, they're like from like gospel music, bro. Right? So gospel music is what black people usually use to do like their church stuff, right?
Oh,
so they're
shit.
basically saying that the church is funding this with the Sicko Mode Theory song.
What?
Oh, whoa, bro! It's crazy, right, bro?
Oh, my God.
Oh, is it? Jam.
That just blew my mind. I'm crying.
Ow.
That's how much it blew my mind. I'm crying. I believe it's that much.
And then, but then the reason that all the guys are minorities is so that you don't think that they have anything to do with it. Like, why would the minority, you know?
Oh.
And that's why they're also Canadian, because Drake's Canadian, bro.
Dude, bro. because they couldn't do that show in the Philippines.
No,
They'd
bro.
kill him.
Because it's crazy like that over there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the theory.
Okay.
Damn, bro, I'll never watch SpongeBob the same.
Yeah.
Blue's Clues, drugs.
You know why SpongeBob was yellow? Because the sponges, because he's supposed to be a sea sponge, right? They're not usually yellow, but the house sponge that you use, that's yellow. So and you know how he's like a rectangle, like a house sponge. Sorry for speeding, but it's like how it is, you know. So he's a house sponge, and you know why he's? Oh shit! Wait, I just realized something.
What?
So to corroborate their SpongeBob nuclear theory, SpongeBob is dressed like a nuclear dad.
The shorts and tucked in shirt and polo. And the suspenders.
Yeah, too bad he works at a burger place that's apparently vegan or vegetarian.
They actually had another theory that Mr. Krabs, the secret formula is crab meat.
Yeah.
So it's cannibalism
Well, because the
For who,
Krusty
though?
Krab is a crab cage.
for Mr. Krab.
So he's eating his own burgers. I haven't seen him eat a single Krabby Patty.
My brain doesn't have the space.
No,
to have
the
to
whole
deal with that semantics.
I saw this.
Well,
little
no, he's
theory.
feeding it to other people,
Well, no,
not
and
other crabs.
One,
You know what I mean? It's like
but in that-
he could be a serial killer.
No, but in that world, in that world where they're all people, even if they're
Mutated
different
fish.
species a little bit, right? If I start cooking white folks, right? I'm not white, so then it's not.
the white meat.
Yeah, so it's not fucked up.
But
Or it's
but in
not
that world,
cannibalism.
To that theory, because I saw that video or whatever little theory, Mr. Krabs at a point in time, he finally takes a bite of the burger, so he's like, "Oh, so that's what I taste like," and he literally says that, and that's
does
why the whole theory kind of got started too, because the Krusty Krab itself is a crab cage, a crab trap.
it's a crab trap.
Yeah,
I don't know.
so that's why they kind of did that theory.
Well, that and then they went back to when Plankton finally gets his hands on the secret formula, and then he's like, "What?" He's like disgusted by it.
Oh, yeah, he's like, "Whoa!" He like pukes.
Yeah, but then Mr. Krabs is like, "Oh no," or I guess tells SpongeBob like, "Oh, that's fake," but then they're saying like, "No," or that it was real. Plankton got disgusted because he found out that Mr. Krabs is feeding people crabs, and then you never see any other crab other than Mr. Krabs in the show.
Well, those fish sure love crab.
Yeah, cannibals.
Cannibals.
Sure.
Cannibals.
Cannibals.
Cannibal.
Or just normal fish.
I mean, fish eat fish all the time.
Yeah.
Cannibals.
Yeah, they are. Like, especially crustaceans too. They eat each other all the time too.
Oh,
Like crabs,
bro.
crabs eat
real
shrimp, bro.
crabs in
Well,
real
and
life.
then, like, you know, there's just fish that eat crabs too, so it's like, it seems pretty normal. Cannibalism throughout.
The sea
So
world.
they shouldn't be that surprised. And plus,
Because there's a
they're
theory.
radioactive, so who gives a fuck?
And what?
Yeah, because some of their characters, like, there's one, like the guy that's like the champion of jellyfishing. He's just a pickle
A sea
with a
cucumber.
crown. Oh, is he a sea cucumber?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then. I was like, what the fuck is a pickle doing here? Because they never explained that he was a sea cucumber. But it does make
Well,
sense.
he's been in the brine for all of his life, so I guess he is a pickle, huh?
That was pretty fucking. That's funny as fuck. It's like, why is there just like some fucking douchebag pickle?
Where do they get the lettuce and the pickles and the sauces from?
Theory, bro.
Theory, bro. They
It's
get it
seaweed.
shipped.
Do you think they smoke seaweed, bro?
Whoa, Patrick definitely is.
Do you think they make Patrick wear shorts and they make him pink because when they think of starfish, they think of buttholes, bro. Yeah, bro. So they had to make them like put on shorts. You know what I'm saying?
Theory. Actually,
Chocolate starfish, bro.
just real quick. You guys might not agree, but you're Patrick Star, and you're Squidward, and I'm
fine.
SpongeBob. So shout out to Jumpers Jump. Sorry we came down on you too hard. Came onto you too hard. All right, hey Joe.
Yeah. Apologies for making fun of you so hard, but
Theory, bro. Henry really liked making fun of them, and he's mad at me for apologizing. Not a theory. So
no coming on him.
oh yeah, theory, bro. Henry thinks that I'm gay. Okay, so I'm getting married to a woman.
Hey, there's a lot of gay men who've gotten married to women. Now that you're coming up with that theory.
Theory, bro. I'm not gay.
No,
That's just a
reality.
theory. Reality.
Reality.
bro. Oh fuck! I get my So, theory, bro. It's nothing wrong with being gay, though.
Oh, yeah.
Reality, bro.
Reality, bro. There's nothing wrong with that.
So, thanks again, Jumpers. Preemptively, hopefully we're correct. Jumpers Jump. I mean, you're probably not gonna see this, but if you do, sorry if we were shitty. I watch the shit out of your stuff. I think that it's fun and funny and enjoyable. And if you guys aren't too much of size kings when it comes to YouTube channels, maybe we'll have you guys patch in and bring us a bunch of conspiracy theories that we could be really rude to you about. So thanks again to everybody. Gucci Gucci Goo. Killer Tofu.
I think we're just getting jaded with old age too. I feel bad now.
I mean, I think you should, but
I agree. Yeah, you guys.
But again, it's for
feel
the show.
ashamed for mocking people.
yeah. Well, I mean, Nickery. Dude, why did you just hit me with the fucking stroke ray?
Theory, bro.
So Zach likes to shit on us for. He's like, oh, you're so critical and shitty to people, and then in the background, not even in the background, in the front ground, he's just like, I didn't say nothing. Look at these fucking losers.
Exactly like that, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
He's basically like your bitchy gay best friend
That
with a
comes up-
deep voice.
And he has a Hummer.
So you're like a Hummer? Oh yeah, he has a Hummer and he
has a
rolls over your fucking Subaru. He's a fucking dick. That's why I had that dream, because this is what I was imagining. No, I love you, man. I love you guys too.
Please, please me. Please like and give us a 5-star review, please. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. We love you with all of our balls. See you. Bye bye.
We love you.
Campers,
hairy
get to your
balls.
cabins, shut your lights off, turn off all your radios, MP3 players, and phones. It's time for bed. Good night, Camp Oddwood.